I appreciate you coming over, and it was short notice. This is JJ. So JJ, I'm going to say it wrong. Jahaziel. Did I say it right?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, how do you say it?
Like Haziel, basically.
Haziel.
Yeah.
So it's not a J, it's a Ha.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so Haziel. Haziel Lopez, right? Gotcha. So JJ is what you go by. You're one of my students this year, seventh grade at the Hillsborough Junior High. And yeah, so we already talked about this a second ago. There's a lot of reasons why I wanted to talk to you. And some of them are silly, some of them are funny, but then also a couple of them are serious kind of things. And I know that hopefully you got some stuff you want to talk about too. So how's it going so far? How's your Christmas break going?
Good. I just been staying home, laying down, haven't done nothing.
Yeah, literally looks like you just woke up and then you jumped in the shower and then you're like, I have to stay awake. What? You're crazy. All right, cool. So let me explain something real quick, just like how I have some stuff over there. Inside that bucket is a whole bunch of fidgets and stuff like that. So I've got some unopened ones. I want you to figure out which one you like, and then I'm going to give you one of them. So like grab whatever you want to and play with them or whatever. So yeah, so there's a few different ones in there. So my new thing are these, the Nitos. Have you had these before? Yeah. The Nitos, the different ones and stuff like that. So I didn't really know much about these until I went to the pharmacy here in town, the Walmart pharmacy, and the lady that works there, I used to work with, she is autistic, and she told me about these and how much these are like amazing for her. So anyways, let me chunk this. This one is the one I love the most. And I don't have one of those over there because these were hard to find. But if you want one like this, I have one more over here that I was going to save for you. I like this one because, like, you know those drinks, those boba drinks with the little balls in them? It's kind of like that. But, like, I don't know, dude. Try that. I don't know.
More easier than this one.
Yeah, so like that one's got more tension. Inside there, it's got the 3 little balls or whatever. I have to use those together. And then I think there's that little character that's in there, that little alien or teddy bear or whatever. So there's some different ones for sure. So like play with those or whatever, and then like here in a little bit, you can tell me which one you want, and we'll go from there. So like play with that one, but toss me that bucket real quick. I want to grab one from me because I have to have one the whole time. I'm being honest with you, I do. Let's see which one. So this one, just FYI, this one's called the Cube. This one's hard. Try that. Yeah, like if you did that one all the time, your hand strength would be crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, that one's called the Ice Cube, I think, or something like that. But I'm gonna roll with this little teddy bear for today, and then go that way. So here, let me put that over there because I don't have a whole bunch of room over here. So anyways, like I was telling you like about that one right there, the one with the little boba type stuff in it. Yeah. It's called the Bubble. So last night I had mine that was like that, and it was a blue one. I'm on the couch and I'm like, I just sent that video to your mom, and I was like playing with it, and I was like stressing out a little bit. So I was squeezing it, and all of a sudden it exploded, and all those little ball things went. And I'm like, oh man.
There's the Orbeez.
Yes, yeah, like little Orby things. So man, like I was upset because that was the one I like a lot, but then I have 2 more of them, so I was like, it's not that big a deal. But it bothers me because that one I only had it for like 2 weeks and it broke. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I hope they don't break that easy. So yeah, these are the Nito things, and I thought they were really cool. I bought a few extra ones that I'm gonna take to school so I can keep in the classroom. So then if students want to use them and stuff like that, so they don't make loud noises and they're like calming. You know what I mean? So, anyways. All right, so I'm going to stop talking about this for a second. So you just been chilling at home? So is soccer over with? Soccer's over with. Yeah. It's been over with. It's been over with. Okay. So what are you doing? Like you say you're chilling, but what do? You do something at home.
I went outside and played basketball for like about an hour. And then I just stay inside and play video games.
Yeah, what video games you playing?
Fortnite.
Yeah, do you play anything else or just pretty much that?
FIFA.
See, man, I never could get into that, but I already know why you're into that because you like soccer. You know what I mean? You can tell, and you play it and you practice it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I might have to try it one time. I just can't see spending money on a game that I don't know if I'm going to play. You know, but all right, so you play FIFA. So do you play online or?
I don't have PlayStation Plus.
Do it?
You have to buy like the online.
Oh, the online? Stuff. Yeah, that's what I don't like about PlayStation. And I think Xbox went to it too, but Xbox used to not be that way. It used to be free, or was it PlayStation that used to be free?
No.
I don't know, but yeah, like That sucks. I play PC. So on my PC, like all my online stuff is free as long as it's a cross-platform game. You know what I mean? Like Fortnite. I play with different people and stuff like that. So, all right. So Fortnite and you play FIFA. So what else?
Rocket League. Madden.
Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League.
And Madden. I used to play Madden growing up. So Micah, my oldest son, he plays Rocket League. He's 17. And he likes Rocket League. He's done some tournaments, like some real tournaments, like where it was like money or something. I don't know, but I think he's gotten really good at that game. And then he plays Rust too. You ever play Rust?
No.
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's kind of like Fortnite, but like you do a lot of building and stuff like that. You do a lot of scavenging for supplies and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's all right. I never really got into it, but I don't know. All right, so video games. You play basketball for an hour. So like an hour when today or an hour like sometime this whole time?
Like last week.
So literally I said, what you been doing? And you're like, playing basketball for like an hour. Dude, we've been out for like 2 weeks or something like that. And you're like, oh, I'll play basketball for about an hour. So like you stay inside most of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, okay. So I have a question. I know that your mom and me talked about this before, and like I'm not going to talk too much about medicine and stuff like that, but I know that me and you talked about it too. So when you're over this break, are you taking your ADHD medicine? Yeah. See, like that's what your mom had told me before too. Like how do you, like, are you glad you're not taking it over the break? Okay. That's what I was kind of getting at, because I've checked on you like multiple times in the classroom and stuff like that. And I'm like, you good? And, you know, because you're kind of like zoned out a little bit, you know what I mean? But it was never been a problem. It's just been like, I could tell there's something different because you weren't being like goofy and extra and all that kind of stuff.
So all the teachers say.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that though. You know that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with being goofy and different. You know, it's just, man, that's you. That's your personality. The only thing that I'm not big on the medicine for is that it sometimes makes me feel like tired, you know what I mean? Tired and stuff like that. But there's so much good stuff it does do for me. It helps me focus and stuff like that. So what changes do you notice when you take it?
I'm not hungry and probably just stay tired.
Yeah, it feels just like you're staying tired. Yeah. But like, do you notice that you can focus better and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The appetite thing, man, that's not fun. I know what you're talking about with that. But you still do eat like and stuff like that. You just like, you just don't feel like eating as much. Yeah. But a part of that too is it might be that your metabolism is slowing down. Like, you know, the system. Do you know about metabolism? They talk about it a little bit in school so far, probably. Yeah. But like, it burns the calories in your body, and the way you get calories is you eat food. Yeah. So if your metabolism slows, you don't need as much food. You know what I mean? So like, that's part of it probably. But it also does mess with your appetite too. Like I know that because I've lost weight. Like last year, I finished the school year at 220 pounds, and now I'm at 190. So I'm 30 pounds less. You know, and it's the biggest difference is I'm taking the medicine all the time. Like, you talked to me multiple times in class about my podcast before today and stuff like that. And you got excited. You're like, oh, get me on your podcast. So you wanted to come on here. So like, all right, what is it that like you like about my podcast? What is it that you want to talk about? You know, that's what I want to know.
I don't even know. I forgot.
You forgot? But I mean, I understand forgetting. Like, trust me, I understand forgetting. Like, I think I talk about this with y'all, like how bad my memory is. It's like real bad. And that's why I think me and you are very, very similar with that. Whenever I say I have a bad memory, and I think that like you might have the same kind of thing too, is it that you can't remember stuff from a long time ago, or you can't remember stuff that just happens on a daily basis? Yeah, that kind of thing. So it's not the long-term memory you have a problem with, it's your short-term memory. The same thing. Mine's short-term and long-term memory is not very good, but like when I talk to somebody, like I'm hoping that here in a second, you're going to have a story about something that happened in our class that I can't remember, and it'll help me remember it, you know? But like, if I talk to somebody and they tell me like, 2 years ago, you did this, or you said this, or this happened in our class, I'll be like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember that now. So no, man, I get the whole memory thing. So like, all right, so let's talk about that then. Like, what is the goofiest thing or silliest thing that's happened in our class this year? Or what's one thing that you can think of?
Probably Ashton always being mean to people.
Ashton always being mean to people. So, dude, like, I already know Ashton, like, his thing is he likes to play the victim. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they picking on me, Miss Janice. They picking on me. And the second that I turned around, he's like, and that's why I got you in trouble or something like that. And I'm like, Ashton, shush, dude. Like, he's always picking on people and stuff like that. This is your first year in middle school, right? Mm-hmm. Like first year in athletics, first year having all these different coaches, all these different teachers, having to go class from class without having to stand in lines. What's the biggest change for you? What was the biggest change coming into middle school and been like, whoa, or like, what's the biggest thing that you noticed?
Less minute classes.
Less minute classes? So over there at the intermediate, how long were those classes roughly?
Like at least an hour.
At least an hour. So it's less minute classes. So like, how does that affect you? Like, I mean, because I know that you might have more classes now. Mm-hmm. How does that affect you knowing that there's less minutes in each class?
Because, like, last year in class, I would be, like, mostly, like, in my head saying, when is this class going to end? Like, and then I wouldn't expect it this year. Yeah. It was going to end so fast.
Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself, like, frustrated because the class went too fast?
Not really. It depends on what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Like in my class, like I know that, like, in math, like just like in English, you have two periods of it. So in my class, like I never see an issue with you like being frustrated because like it goes too fast because you like get done with your work. You know what I mean? You get done with your work, so you don't have that pressure of like, oh, how much time do I got left? How much time do I got left? So you get done with your work, and then you're like, okay. You got a second to kind of like chill or do something else or talk or whatever, right? So, like, what class do you have right after mine? What class do you have sixth period?
Mr. Manis.
Mr. Manis, English. Okay, so you have English. So so when do you have him the first time?
Third.
Okay. So, dude, you go Manis, then me, then Manis. So it's like English, math, English. And then like, so at the beginning of your day is the other stuff. Yeah. And at the end of the day is the other stuff. So man, and I'm not trying to say that like science and history and all those stuff aren't as like big as English and math, but I'm just saying that like, if we were to say the two core subjects in a middle school, it's math and English. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but man, that's gotta be tough though. So like you have to be really focused during those periods of time. You know what I mean? Like an hour or so before lunch and an hour or so after lunch. So man, that's gotta be different. Okay. So when do you take your medicine? Do you take it in the morning or do you take it like at lunch or when do you take it?
Morning.
In the morning? That's when I take mine too. Do you notice when it wears off? Like what time of the day does it generally wear off? Does it wear off like during athletics or after athletics?
After I run and all that.
After you run and all that? Well, that's good. That's good that like you stay focused and stuff like that through the rest of the school day. So that's good, man. That's really good.
And then it comes back a little just to focus on more basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to focus on that.
Yeah, I got you. So like does it generally wear off like when you're at home? Like after practices and stuff like that? Like for the day, like where you're feeling different?
Yeah.
You know? So when it wears off, are you really tired or are you like a little bit more awake?
I get hungry.
You get hungry? Yeah, that's me too, dude. That's me too. So like, I know that you probably take a different type of medicine that I do. You take ADHD medicine. I take ADHD medicine, but you know that there's different ones, right? Uh-huh. Okay. So have y'all tried different types of medicines or only been on that one kind?
Been on one kind because I used to do patches, like patches right here.
Okay. So like I always like try to talk about ADHD medicine. It's kind of like flavors of soda. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Coke. They all taste differently and some of them might affect you differently, like as far as the caffeine and all that kind of stuff. So it's very similar to that. I take a non-stimulant. So I don't know what you take. Do you know by chance the name of what? Okay. So I'll talk to your mom about it. I think me and her's already talked about it before. But anyways, so what I take might not be necessarily what would be the best thing for you to take. And what you take might not be the best thing necessarily for me to take. Mine is it works perfectly for me. And I didn't get it right the first time. I had to go to the doctor and try something for a little while. And I was like, that doesn't really help me. So he upped it and that was too much. So then he lowered it and then now it's perfect, like the perfect amount. So I can make it through the day and I feel good. You know what I mean? I feel like happy. Like I got like my day didn't go bad, you know? So, so let me ask you this. because I know that during the beginning of the year, like it wasn't consistent with the medicine, right? Like I know that you didn't take it for the beginning because your mama said she wants to see how you do and stuff. I agree with that 100%, 100%. So what do you notice as the big differences, like at the beginning of the year when you didn't take it versus like now when you do take it in school?
I got a lot of trouble in the beginning of the year.
In the beginning of the year, I don't know, not from me really. I mean, I got onto you like just like I get onto anybody that goes in there and acts up, but like you didn't get in trouble from me, I don't think. Like I might have like talked to your mom, but it was more like me sending her a message saying, hey, he's like not focused today. You know what I mean? It was never like in trouble. Like, see, here's one thing I'll tell you. You're not a bad kid. You know that, right? Like you're a good kid. You're like a really good kid. Like I'm not just telling you this because I'm trying to make you feel good and try to make you believe something that's not true. You're a really good kid. I was talking to my wife, Melinda, about you before you came over here. And I was saying like how like happy you are and you can tell how much you care about stuff and how like stuff means more to you than it does to a lot of other people. So like when you say you got in trouble and stuff like that, are you okay with talking about any of that, or was there anything like real bad you did, or just kind of talking and stuff like that?
It's not real bad. I got sent to office once.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mr. Manis told me I just needed to cool down. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Hey, like, and I'm glad that he said it like that, a cool down. You know what I mean? Because like that hasn't always been the case. And some teachers, they won't consider it cool down. They'll say like, you're disrespecting me, you're being insubordinate and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And they get mad and personal, and then they send you down there to get punished, right? Or for someone to fix the situation, right? But like, I like how he said cool down, you know what I mean? Because you and we need that sometimes. We need that to help like reset. So this is one of the things I wanted to ask you. So have you seen the way that I reset in class? I do it occasionally, like, and like it looks a little different, but what have you seen that I do to kind of reset?
Like you like do something with your chest.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's one of them. So this is whenever like, it's whenever I have high anxiety. So like it's when it feels like I've been holding my breath for a long, long time and it's all getting really tight in my chest right here. And really what it is I'm being overstimulated. It means that a lot of times the students are talking too loud, that there's flashing going on a screen somewhere, or I can hear someone doing this on their keyboard. You know what I mean? I get overstimulated, so my anxiety gets really high. So this is how I deal with my anxiety, because what it does is it takes it from like being stressed out to like, here's where the pressure is. I'm just going to work it out like it's a muscle. You know what I mean? I'm going to just massage it because it's like a muscle. Mm-hmm. So that's how I deal with anxiety. I do something else too. And I don't know when I do it. I think I don't really do it in y'all's class so much because you're a smaller class. And for the most part, you're a great class. Like, yes, Ashton does talk a lot, and Elsham does, and Jasmine does, and you do, and Demarian does, and everybody does all that, but it's different. Y'all don't stress me out. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, one of the things that I do to reset is I'll cover my eyes. Like I'll cover my eyes like this, and it makes it look like from anyone else that's watching, like I've got a headache or something like that, or like I'm tired. But I close my eyes and I do it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And what that does is it takes one of my senses away. You know what I mean? I can still hear everything y'all are doing. I know if you said something silly to Demarian, I know you did, but at least I didn't have to see it. So I do that and I breathe really deep. And then whenever I open my eyes, it's like when you take a nap and you open up your eyes for the first time, same thing. It's like, oh, okay. And then, you're kind of reset. That's why I like to do. But some people see me doing that and they kind of get freaked out. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, that's what I need to do. You know what I mean? So do you have something like that you do? Something that helps you, like breathing or anything like that?
I just like breathe. That's all I breathe. Like
deep breaths and stuff?
Yeah, breathe deep breaths.
So here's the one thing I'll tell you. Medicine does help for focusing. Okay, it does help. But like I would be lost if I didn't have my little things, like doing this with my chest, like resetting with my eyes, like having this that you've been playing with the whole time. You know what I mean? You probably haven't even really paid attention to it, but I've watched everything you've been doing with that. Like you need something to kind of help you, deal with stuff, deal with everything that's going on. So like I would say try some stuff, but if breathing works for you, do breathing. But here's what I'll tell you. Don't be embarrassed. Okay. If somebody makes you feel embarrassed, like that you're doing something that they don't understand, just don't be mad at them or yell at them or nothing like that. Just be like, hey man, it's just something I need to do. You know what I mean? And it's going to be hard for you at a young age to like get them to understand that. But hopefully you'll have a teacher, like if it happens in my room, that'll help explain what's going on and stuff like that. But if you ever get like where it's too much, breathe. You know what I mean? Do stuff like that. Find a stress, reliever or whatever. I don't want to talk forever about ADHD, man, but like it is something that's very passionate to me, that I'm very passionate about. So when, like, before I like completely leave that, how long have you known that you're ADHD? Like, I mean, like, I don't know if necessarily that was like the first time you took medicine, but how long have you known that you have ADHD?
Since 4th grade.
Since when?
For like 4th grade.
Fourth
That's
grade?
when I first started. My mom first taking it seriously.
Like I've known your mom for a very long time, and I know how much she cares about you. Like I know how much she cares about you. Like she makes it like there's a difference between a good parent and a parent that I wouldn't say necessarily a bad parent, but one that's just not as involved with students. And then there's your mom, right? Like your mom is a good parent, like, because her heart is good, but then she goes beyond that and she's asking about stuff with you in class. She's telling me stuff that she didn't have to tell me, but it's going to help me connect better with you. You know what I mean? So like she's that type of parent that she knows how important it is that the people in your life know about you, know who you are and stuff like that. So no more about ADHD, none of that stuff, no more. Okay. So, like, tell me, dude, like, you've got to be, what are you passionate about? What do you get excited about? And you can say video games all day long and you can say Fortnite. Do what? Athletics. So tell me about athletics and what makes you passionate about it.
Basketball.
Okay. Well, tell me about it.
How I dropped so much points, and then it's like how people don't give me the support because I'm not on A team.
Mm-hmm.
So they say like, you're on B team, so like they basically say like I'm on B team, so they don't like give me support or nothing.
Like, what do you mean support?
They'll say like good job to me or nothing.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I understand it from your point of view, and I understand it from a lot of different point of views. So here's what I'll say. I remember talking to you after your last game or after the last game that I watched. I remember talking to you. And I can't remember if it was in the hallway or in the classroom, but then I remember I made a point to stop you and tell you like how good you are, because understand something. Other people see it too. Other people do see it too. Because I was standing at the entrance to the gym, the small gym, because that's where y'all were playing.
Yeah.
And there was a parent that was like sitting right at the end of the bleachers, and that's where I stand because I like to lean on that little bar right there because my back. And so he's right there. So we're kind of really close to each other. And every time you took the ball down, I was like, dang, I was like, look at that. He crossed him over or whatever. And like, I'm doing this kind of stuff. And then this guy that's sitting next to me, he's a dad for somebody on the other team and stuff like that. So instead of him just like not saying anything or just been like only cheering for his team and stuff like that, after about 2 or 3 times of me saying something about you, he was like, yeah, man, he's good, huh? And I'm like, dude. And I made a fist bump with his dad right here, right? I don't even know this dude, but we connected over you. Right? Because he saw what I was talking about. He saw a kid on B team, the team that, all right, there's an A team and there's a B team. For people that don't know, the A team is like, that's your better team. That is the better group of students and athletes that you can work together and have them in positions. But the thing is, sometimes you only have so many spots, or sometimes they have a need on the B team, right? Mm-hmm. And so the B team is the other team. The other team that it's like there's good players, there's players that are just learning too. Like I see that every single year. You see it too. You've seen it like with the players that's on your team or the other team that you can tell this is their first time playing in any kind of basketball competition, right? So, but we watch you, right? So we're in this gym and we're watching you, and I see you take the ball down. I see that like you will not pull up your dribble. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like but you'll dribble down the court. And then once the defender gets on you, you don't automatically pick up the ball and try to pass it away. No, you'll dribble past him or whatever, and then make a good pass or shoot it yourself and stuff like that. So you're an experienced player. You are. And what I love to see is you're an experienced ball handler, because that's not something that I think that is just natural. You have to practice it.
Yeah.
You have to practice it a lot. And that move that you do behind the back or whatever, you practiced it a lot. I know you have. I can tell, right? Like you could be the player that has a hoop in your driveway and all you do is shoot. But if you don't ever dribble that ball and move it around and stuff like that, that shooting ain't gonna do you much good, because you're gonna wind up traveling. You're gonna wind up making bad passes and all that kind of stuff. So I want you to know that I see you. I do. I see how good you are, and I see how much you care. I'm not just the only one. It's just sometimes there's not enough people that are there to help tell you that too. Like, there's not enough people in the stands like me and that dude that was like, yeah, this dude's what's up.
Was he wearing a black shirt?
Man, he was wearing a jacket, I think.
Was he by Gio?
I don't, dude. You clearly have a better memory than I do. Maybe, but he was definitely for the other team. I know he was, because he kept cheering for one of his kid on the other team. You know what I mean? He was a white dude. He had a beard, had a black hat, and I think a black jacket. But I didn't ever get his name or anything like that. But I just thought it was really cool that, like, I don't know, because generally dads, like, because that's who he probably thought I was. He probably thought I was one of y'all's dads or something. But like, generally, if have kids on the other team, we don't talk. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times we wind up probably arguing because we're like, oh, they didn't call a foul over here and they called this foul over here. But like, we made a connection over just watching you. So I thought that was cool. And I'm glad that we talked about that, because I think you needed to hear that. I think that you needed to hear that there's people out there that see how good you are, right? Now, I understand how that's frustrating. Like, knowing that you have skills and you have abilities, and like, you're not on the A team. You know what I mean? I know how frustrating that is. I do. I live that. You know what I mean? I just wasn't as good as you, you know, but being on the B team and stuff like that, it just the best thing I can tell you to do, if that's where, you know, you continue to play for the rest of this year, because y'all still have some games left, don't you?
Yeah, until February.
Yes. So be the leader that team needs. You know what I mean? Be the leader that team needs. That doesn't mean just like tell people what to do all the time, but that means like when you're running or whatever, if you're running like baselines and stuff like that in practice, be the one in the front and then say, come on guys. And whoever that last one or two is, you got this, let's go. Be that guy for them. So then the coach sees that, and dude, like that's going to make the difference in how well your team plays and how the coaches think of you.
Cause I made 3 threes in back to back. I didn't miss. So Coach Rodriguez, after that, he didn't sub me out, and it was a close game, but we lost by like 3.
I watched that game, man. I watched the game, but I didn't see the very end, because like what I tried to do is every time I go to the game, just bounce back and forth between the gyms. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, I do spend a little bit more time in the big gym, mainly because, well, 2 things. Hunter is easier to handle in that gym, right? Because the small gym, he'll just take off running on the court. You know what I mean? But like in the other gym, there's the barrier, you know what I mean? And it has better seats. Like, it has backs on the seats because I have a bad back, you know? So, but I do pop back and forth. I've watched at least a quarter and a half of your game, if not 2 quarters, the first half. I watched the first half of your game, and then I watched the last half of that game. And then when I came back over, the buzzer just went out, and y'all just, you know, finished your game. So I remember like going into the gym, I had 2 or 3 people that were exiting the gym were like, oh man, that was a tough game, tough loss or whatever. And I was like, no, because I remember I saw you hit like them threes, dude. I was just like, I was like, man, like, so that was a hard loss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a hard loss.
I got emotional.
Emotional for real. I saw a couple players get emotional, like on your team and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the thing too. It ain't nothing wrong with getting emotional. It means you care, you know. So it means you care. But I'm with you. So all right. So you play till February, right?
Yeah, that's around my last game.
Well, hey, man, it like my thing is again, like A team or B team, man, just be that leader. You know, be that leader on the B team if you're still playing on there, and then when you move up, keep being that leader because the A team will then see that like and hear all this great stuff you're doing over there, and just try to do those same thing for A team, and then that's just gonna bring everybody around you. You know what I mean? They're gonna want to play with you. They're gonna like be better motivated to play because of you.
Hmm.
So, like, because you can be that person. You can be that, like, people listen to you. I see it. They do. Whether you maybe see it as much, I see it. They do listen to you. Okay. So, like, so you like basketball. You love that. So, what else, man? Like, what else? Like you said athletics, right? So, you said athletics. That's what you're passionate about. So, what else besides basketball? Like, what'd you do before? Did you do football?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, in football, what'd you do? What positions?
Corner.
Corner? Okay, so you played on defense. So, like, I'll be honest with you. I don't know other than watching basketball. And I did watch one of y'all's football games. You pretty fast?
Not in pads.
Huh? Not in pads. I'm with you. So that's the thing, because you're a little dude. You're a little dude. I was a little dude in school, too. So I get it. And pads, I couldn't do almost anything because everything feels restricted. I can't move my body as much as I want to be as fast as I need to be. So I'm with you. So, like, do you like football? Kinda. So, like, give me your sports in order of your favorite to least favorite.
Soccer, basketball, football.
You don't play baseball?
No.
Okay.
It's probably the only 3 sports I probably play.
Okay. But soccer's like your one?
Yeah.
Soccer's like your go-to. So what is it about soccer that makes it that much better?
I just like it. I just started playing it when I was young. I just kept playing it because it was fun.
Yeah. No, it is fun. Man,
it's boring to watch, though.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. If you're not out there, it can be boring. Like I know that all the people that watch y'all play for HSA and stuff agree with me because I've heard them all the time. Man, I wish y'all had better fields. You know what I mean? Like,
turf.
golly,
I want turf.
Something like, but those fields out there, like, man, there's holes in them and all kinds of stuff, dangerous. And like I know that it would be a completely different game if y'all were on like, turf and stuff like that. So hold on. But do you play in another league or have you played in another league before besides HSA?
I played Texas Strong.
Texas Strong. Okay, so where do they play?
It was like in Dallas. It was mostly Hillsborough people.
Okay. Because I saw, and I think it was on your mom's Facebook or something. I saw y'all were at an indoor soccer field or something like that.
I haven't played that. That don't start until like February.
Okay, but you haven't played there before?
No.
See, like that.
Like once, probably, I think.
Oh yeah. See, I think that would be interesting to play at is an indoor place like that, like where the weather's not a factor, like the field is an amazing field, so I think that would be really cool. It'd be kind of like playing on Dallas Cowboy Stadium field if you played football, you know what I mean? So what do you want to talk about, man? Because I've been like, I already know, I talk a lot, but it's because you're not talking that much. So I want to know, what is it you talk about with your friends? What is it that you're worried about?
Sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
All right, so like, what do y'all talk about?
They just like me. Most of my friends hate on the Cowboys.
They hate on them?
Yeah.
Do you like the Cowboys?
Yeah, me and Eli, they mostly hate on them.
Eli who?
Eli Morales.
Morales, yeah, okay. When you say Eli, I'm like, which one are you talking about? Because I call the other one Eli too. All right, so they hate on the Cowboys and you like the Cowboys?
Yeah.
So obviously that's what you like. You like the Cowboys. Okay, so tell me about the Cowboys. Because here's the thing. I don't watch them this year because it took up too much of my life last year. I was obsessed with the Cowboys. You know what I mean? So tell me about the Cowboys. How are they doing? What's good about them? What's bad about them?
I've been a fan of them since I got probably 4.
4? So how are they doing?
They're good. They have a winning record. They're like, I think they're 11-5.
Yeah. So like I saw on the like news, not the news, but somewhere I saw it said 10-5 the other day, and I think they played since then. So okay. So how many games are left in the regular season, or is there
I think there's 18 weeks. I think we're in like the week 17.
Okay, week 17. Who's their best player?
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. He was, man, I liked him a lot. I always liked the outstanding wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like they're always like, but they're generally like the most like flamboyant, like the ones that have the most personality and stuff like that. So, all right. So CeeDee Lamb. So who else? Who's your favorite player?
Trayvon Diggs. He's injured.
Oh,
He
he
tore his
is.
ACL.
Yeah, I remember Trayvon. I used to like watching him. So, all right. So quarterback, running back. We still rolling with who?
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Yeah, still rolling with Dak. Who else? Who's a running back?
Tony Pollard.
Okay, Pollard still is. Whatever happened to Zeke?
He went to New England
New England
Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah. Has he been playing like they're starting running backs and stuff like that? Do you know?
I don't think he's a starting.
Yeah. Like the thing with Zeke is, and with a lot of power backs, you already know this, like they got a very short span of time that they're usually really good because their knees.
Yeah.
Their knees will just get blowed out because they get tackled all the time. They get hit all the time.
They're too big. They only get tackled by their legs.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah. So, like, I knew that Zeke wasn't going to last, like, forever. But when he was in his prime, man.
Yeah, like 2016?
Yeah. You couldn't, like, nobody could do anything to him. Nothing. He just dominated all around. So, all right. So, Zeke, Prescott. Who else is good? Who else is worth talking about?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb.
Deron Bland. He broke the record for the most, like, interception, touchdown, pick six.
Who did?
Deron Bland.
Okay. Who's number 7? Who's the
Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon. Okay, yeah, Trayvon. That's right.
He had 11 picks in 1 year.
Okay. And what about do we still have the same linebacker, the really good one? Parsons, Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
We still have him. Yeah. I used to love watching Micah Parsons. Like the Cowboys, that's the thing, man. Like I understand that there's gonna be haters. And now I'm getting passionate about the Cowboys talking about it again. But there's gonna be haters, but they have a handful of players that are arguably the best at their position in the entire NFL. You know what I mean? Like Micah Parsons. There's not a better. There's not. He's proven himself time and time again. Trayvon Diggs. You know what I mean? Like CeeDee Lamb. Those few, man, like there's not any better. There's just not. Not right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit like I favor them a little bit, obviously, but all right. So was Tom Brady still playing?
No.
No, he's not playing. So he finally did retire.
Yeah.
Okay.
People say we cheated in the last game.
What happened?
So there was a flag of. It was so they scored. They were going for 2-point. They scored it. I think the flag was. I forgot. So they win it back. They was 20-19. They missed the 2-point. Because they said we cheated because the flag.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that's going to happen, man. Like, and the thing is, like, I don't know how many times that, like, they've watched something, like, a week later on video, and they're like, oh, look at this, or whatever. I'm glad that they won. They're 11-5, so are they leading their division?
No, the Eagles are, I think. We're tied with the Eagles.
Tied with the Eagles with 11-5?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
They lost to the Cardinals.
Who, we did or they did?
The Eagles.
The Eagles did.
So did we, like, in the beginning of the season.
Okay. So who's, like, the best team in the NFL right now? Like, usually every single year.
The Ravens.
The Ravens?
Yeah, they're, like, 12-3, I think.
Okay. So what else? What else besides football? Like, there's stuff that you're passionate about besides that. I mean, like, I don't know.
Trying to make it pro.
Huh? Trying to make it pro?
Yeah.
Like in what?
Basketball mostly.
In basketball?
That's what I'm doing good at right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. So my advice is that, like, very similar to the one I already told you about being a leader and stuff like that. But, like, keep working on your ball handling. Mm-hmm. That right there is what's going to make you different than anybody else that you play with, because you can already tell that you're good at it. But if you mainly focus on your ball handling and, like, dribbling around people and knowing that you can dribble into them a little bit and stuff like that, and knowing how to work the ball, man, that's what's going to set you aside. That and 3 points. And 3 points. I mean, those two things. I would tell the same thing to Axel. I'll be honest with you. I tell the same thing to Axel. Axel, yes, he has great control of the ball and stuff like that, but no matter what, and I'm not making fun of this, it's a fact. He's not as tall as the other players. So if he tries to drive down the middle, they're going to have a high probability of blocking his shot. Unless they, like, he's really good on his timing. Like, he knows how to juke him and stuff like that and shoot differently. But if he ever gets a defensive person that's really good at defense, they're going to block his shot a lot. So, but he's amazing at 3-pointers. I've seen him do great too. So work on your threes, like, keep that up, man. And ball handling, I think that, man, you can do whatever you want to, 100%.
I practice, I do worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What's worse?
I can't make 1-3.
Yeah?
I can't do my handles. My behind the back, I struggle with it on there for some reason.
Yeah. Is that like your behind the back thing? Is that like your go-to like kind of thing? Like I see you do it like every time you have the ball.
Cause I do it to make them nervous. I think I do good ball handling.
Okay. So, but do you have another like kind of move that like what else do you do
I go through the legs behind the back.
Through the legs behind the back?
Now I do a hezzy. It's like fake shot, and then you still have your dribble.
Okay. You know what would be cool? Like, have you ever watched? Man, I'm glad that I thought about this, and now I'm gonna have to find it. I think he's called the Professor. You ever watch YouTube?
Yeah.
The Professor.
Yeah.
So you've seen his stuff.
Yeah.
That's who you need to like.
He does it so fast.
Oh, I'm with you, but like you know that he does breakdown videos, right?
Yeah.
How he does it, like and stuff like that. Dude, if you literally just focused on one move at a time, don't just watch a whole bunch of his videos. Look at the one that jukes people the most when he plays people. Like I know the one that he does is kind of like he'll dribble and then he'll kind of like that and he'll go real quick. Learn that, you know what I mean? Learn that move, and that right there will like destroy whoever you're playing, because you got to think, kids your age, they don't know how to defend normal. And then if you've got a move that's going to mess with their mind, you're going to destroy them. So, dude, that's what I would say. Like, I would say pick that one move that you think you can learn after watching his videos and master that move. Master it. Just practice it in the driveway. Practice it in the gym, like before y'all doing drills and stuff like that. Dude, if you do that, oh my gosh. And then just imagine the stands. Just imagine the stands when you do that.
Yeah, when I hit 3 went loud.
That's what I'm saying. Just imagine that, because that makes you feel good, don't it?
Uh-huh.
Like, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's good. Like, that it makes you feel good whenever you get appreciation and stuff like that. Because when you know, like the reason why I think people do that, why they cheer for you like that, is because they make that connection with you. They were like, oh my gosh, they saw you handle the ball. Then you posted up and hit that 3. It's like, little dude right there just hit that. You know what I mean? That's what I think. If I didn't know who you were, I'd been like, who's little dude? He done hit that real quick. I'd be like, oh, man, it feels good, don't it? Mm-hmm. Imagine how many times in a game that you would hear that just by juicing that one dude. You know what I mean? Like, and it would set the tone for the whole game, where their coach would be like, we're not as good as this other team if they got this one dude that can jukes people like that. So
that's what they Alvarado. They try to foul me a lot.
Yeah, but that's what they do when they don't know how to defend you. They have to foul you. You know what I mean? And then that way they'll take you to the line eventually, and they're hoping that you're going to miss your free throws, so then that way they can get the ball back. That's
and
just.
And then they double me. They double team me.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the end of the game. There's like at least 15 seconds left. We're down by 3. They shot 3. They double me before I don't shoot it because they probably know I was going to make it.
Yeah.
So I just passed it to Trish and he missed.
I'm with you, man. And like, that's just good coaching, you know? Like, it's like, I know it's upsetting because it's like, oh, if they would only put one person on me, then I could have won the game.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm with you. But understand that it's good coaching. That coach was smart because like he needed to win the game. Yeah. And his thing was, if we let this other kid have the ball, is good chance he's going to make it. So let's not let him get the ball or let him feel comfortable to shoot. So, hey, man, it sucks, man. Like, that's why I'm saying being a good leader, right? It helps the other players get better. So when they do double you, you just ditch it off to this other player that's been your teammate that can hit it, that can take it down low or whatever, you know? So the Professor, like, so you've seen a lot of his stuff?
Yeah, I've seen his edits. Like, there's edits about him juking people.
Mm-hmm. Like I like watching the ones where he tricks people, like where he goes out there and he looks like a nerd or whatever, and he's like, and he just gets the ball and he just like kind of throws it up or whatever.
Yeah, he fakes shots, and then when he goes into a real game, he acts like good.
Yeah, like, man, but see, like I think that a lot of those are staged because everybody that plays basketball, that really plays basketball, knows who the Professor is. Yeah. They know him. So it's like, you can't tell me that you dress this guy up a little bit goofy and you have cameras on him and stuff like that. They know that's the Professor. Yeah. Most of them do. But I don't know, some people that play street ball and stuff like that, they might not know him, but I really doubt that. So
I never played street ball, but I heard it's like rough.
Yeah. I used to play street ball, and I was never good. I understand this. I was never as good as you. I was just a kid that wanted to play basketball. That was it, okay? But yeah, like, it's rough, man. Like, it's you're making contact the whole game pretty much. You know what I mean? Other than just, like, checking the ball out, as soon as the ball is checked to you, like, you'll take a couple dribbles and then they're touching you. Like they'll have their elbow or like this whole forearm on your back and then just putting weight and stuff like that. It's a lot of that. So it is, I wouldn't say it's like mean or like nothing like that. It's street ball. You know, it's gonna feel different than an end game with referees and stuff like that. It just will. But I think that you would be fine. The biggest thing would help you with street ball is being able to learn how to like push off and shoot.
Yeah, I know how to do that.
That's the biggest thing.
That's why I do it in game because Alvarado, their best guy, is tall. So he tried to guard me because he was the best guy. I went for a layup, because he was so tall, I can like cause a foul to make it look like he did because he's tall. I bumped into him, fall back like that, and I made it, but they didn't call no foul.
So let me think about this. What's something that's unique about you that like you notice that is different with other kids?
They get more like support basically.
Okay.
Like in basketball, mostly 18 people that like score at least a bucket, like get at least like 5 points. They get credit for it. Everybody like tells them good game and stuff. And then like when I dropped 14. I barely got good. Like, it was from like mostly the teachers that told me good game. Instead of like mostly my friends.
Yeah. So like I'm with you. So that sucks, man. You know, and it's not cool because like you said, you dropped 14 points. You were the standout on the court. Like without you, it wouldn't even have been close, you know? Like, and you don't feel like that you're getting that appreciation. Man, I wish I had an answer for it, dude. I wish I had something other than like, I promise you have my word that I will do a better job, like not just for you, but like for all B teams and stuff like that, for all other students that I tell my students, hey, like they did good. I saw them. Like tell my other students, my other classes that they did this. Did y'all see that? Take that extra second and me appreciate what I saw y'all do on the court. And that way, maybe it gets into your students, your friends' minds. It's like, dude, if Mr. Ennis is talking about it, that's pretty legit. Yeah. That's what's up. You know what I mean? So you got my word that I'm gonna do that for you.
Like that really person that says like when I'm the best player on the team, I don't say it, but like I don't believe it, but best player on the team kind of.
I'm with you. So here's the thing: you get like my advice would be stay humble. You know what I mean? And I think you are. Yeah. Okay, but also know your worth. You know what I mean? Like you know, and this is not me saying that everyone else on the team is bad, but you know that. You scored more points than anybody else. Yeah. You know that. So you know without those points, if they would have had someone else out there in your place, would they have gotten the same amount of points? And I'm going to tell you, no, they wouldn't have. It's not to say that they're not any good. I just have seen you play. And that was really good night for you. You know what I mean? It was. Or you wouldn't be thinking about it right now. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be talking about it right now if it wasn't a big night for you. So, like, you know your worth. I know you do, right? You know you're good. You know you are. My thing is, don't give up and don't say, well, because no one else is telling me that how great I am and stuff like that, or I feel like I'm not being told that enough, that I'm going to stop trying. Keep doing what you're doing and then do that extra thing. Learn that extra step move from the professor. And then, like, you're just as good as you were before with your shooting and your dribbling and all that kind of stuff. But now you got this thing that people in the stands were like, oh, and guess what they're talking about? JJ just jukes these dudes. He just broke these dudes' ankles. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Don't give up. Don't give up, man.
Like they didn't expect me to be good.
Huh?
Like they didn't expect me to be good.
Yeah. Like, yeah, maybe, yeah, something like that. But like, here's my thing. Just don't give up. Don't give up trying. Like, and I know how and here's the one thing that I want to see if it is with you. So how is it, sorry, I stutter. And I think you do too. I've noticed that a little bit. I stutter whenever I can't process what I'm trying to say really quick. So you told me when we first started talking that you played basketball for an hour, right? Why is it you've only played for an hour? Just the honest answer. Just why is it you've only played for an hour over the break?
Because, like, I play on rocks. It gets annoying because I can't dribble. If I dribble, it's going to go, like, out or somewhere.
Okay. I'm with you. So, I agree with you on that. But here's what I would be thinking if I was you. If I was you and if it was Christmas break and it's kind of cold outside and everybody is kind of, like, chill. There's not a lot going on anywhere. We're not anything, nowhere we have to go. So, we're staying at the house and stuff like that. and I'm thinking like this and I'm feeling like this, I'm like, dude, I got to get up. I got to put my shoes on, and then I got to go outside and dribble a basketball and do all this and be cold and my hands get dirty and like all this kind of stuff. And then I've got to dribble on the rocks and stuff. Or I can just play a video game.
Sometimes I feel like going outside and play basketball, like also just forget it.
Yeah, I'm with you. So my thing is, sometimes it's hard for me to get motivated to do something. It's not that I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I'll do that. I'm gonna practice just like with you. I don't think you're lazy at all, but I think that some of that, what you just said, might have been hard to get motivated because there's not a lot going on in your house. So it's hard for you to tell yourself, I need to get up. Let's go out there and do this, right? I think that is a little bit, but what else did you say? You said what'd you say besides what you just said?
It's like I just didn't get motivated, kind of, because like
you didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It took me a second, and that's my other thing too. Is I lose my track of thought, and so like I have to work back to it. So you didn't think about it. Why didn't you think about it?
Because I'm like in my head, like because no one in the house tells me to go outside. So I'm used to that. So I'm used to like mostly saying in my head like I want to go outside, but at the same time I don't because I'm used to staying inside.
Yeah, I'm with you. So let me tell you what I think that sounds like to me. What you're explaining is ADHD blindness. It's something that a lot of ADHD people have. I have it too. If you can't see something, it doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist like as an option. So as an example, you can't see from where you are in your room and stuff. You can't just see the basketball goal and the basketball. You can't see it. So it doesn't exist in your world right now. What you can see is maybe you're in your room with your, what kind of PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're in there with that. You see that. Okay, that exists. So that I can do that.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why my wife gets so frustrated with me, because here in a second when we're done, I will walk you in my living room and show you some stuff. I have stuff just scattered everywhere in my house. Everywhere. I'll have my keys here. I'll have my wallet here. I'll have my headphones here, my backpack here, all these things. So I have piles of stuff all throughout the house. The same kind of stuff that my wife, if it was hers, she would have it tucked away in a drawer, or she'd have it in a closet with a shut door, right? The difference is I can't do that because if I put the stuff up where I can't see it, it no longer exists anymore.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with you. It's ADHD blindness, man. We all have it. So like that's my way of every person that I've talked to that has ADHD is me showing you that we share that in common. And it's rare. Like, and for all the people that have ever questioned if ADHD is a thing, I'm telling you, this is like a common thing. What I just showed him, it is extremely common. Not everybody with ADHD has it, but almost all of us do. Mm-hmm. So the blindness kind of thing. So like, let me think about something else we might have in common. Do you have routines? Like, do you do stuff the same way every single time? Like certain things?
No.
No? Okay. So that's something that it's not necessarily always in common, but are you late for stuff a lot? Do you like you forget what time it is? Do you not know, like, you're not good with dates, any of that kind of stuff?
I'm not good with dates, like on a break.
On a break?
Yeah, so like I know what the dates on school, but like if we have a break, like Christmas break, I didn't know when was Christmas that much. Because like I didn't think about it. I just think about like staying home and then like just doing nothing.
Yeah. And you said something earlier, and this is how I know that we share this in common. You said that the biggest difference, or one of the biggest difference from the intermediate to the junior high was the amount of classes. And you used to say sometimes like you'd just be surprised when the class is over, or you'd be counting the minutes and stuff like that. You and I think, share time blindness as well. Time blindness. So we're not good at understanding how much time has passed and how much time there is until something is going to happen. It's like time we can't keep track of it the same way as other people do, because like you probably noticed that that's a rare thing that you have, is like not knowing when the class is going to end and stuff like that. That's rare. Like the other students, they probably don't even think about it. Or you have the student that like whenever you say like, oh, how many minutes do we have left? They have the other student that just says 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, Some students, that's just, they understand it. They understand how much time works and how much has passed. They just do. And then there's other people, and it doesn't mean we're not smart. It doesn't mean we're not smart at all. It's just time. It's hard for us to keep up with. It just is. But here's the way I can show you that I know you're smart, because you're really good at math. Like, I know that there's been times where you didn't understand something, and there still will be, but you're really good. You are. I've told you how much you've improved and all this kind of stuff. You're really good with numbers. So, it's not a matter of intelligence. It's just a matter of, it's one of the things that's different about us, is just the time thing. What else? If you notice anything else that's like different that you talk about or think about that your friends don't
talk about, and we don't,
like, just stuff that you might have noticed about you that was different than like your friends and stuff like that.
how I take class seriously.
How you take class seriously? You do, huh? Mm-hmm. I know you do. You're very passionate about that. Like, that's another thing with ADHD. We're naturally passionate. Stuff means more to us than it does to other people. It does. Like, we live in our hearts a lot of time. So I'm not trying to like call you out or nothing like that. But let me ask you a question. But I'm going to tell you about me first. Mm-hmm. I cry a lot more than other people. Like my age, like especially guys, I do. And it's not that I cry on a daily basis. I'll cry every couple weeks when either something amazing happens or something is not going very good at all. Like I can tell that, and I know the reason why I'm like that. It's because when things are going good, I'm the happiest guy to be around. You know what I mean? I'm full of love and I'm just smiling and joking. But when things aren't good, I'm usually really, really low, and like I get emotional and I cry and stuff like that. Are you similar to that?
See, what people mostly see me cry is in games.
Yeah.
That's what they mostly see me cry at.
Yeah. But like, here's what I want to tell you, because I wish that I would have had somebody when I was your age to kind of talk me through stuff like this. There's nothing wrong with the crying, okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's going to be kids that make you feel like there's something wrong with it, but they're the ones that aren't as passionate as you. You know what I mean? And because they're the ones that complain all the time because, oh, coach never puts me in, or they fouled me.
Yeah.
It's someone else's fault besides myself. So here's the thing. Who cares what they say? You just be you, and then you're going to have people like me on the sidelines that's going to keep supporting you for the rest of your life, because I know that me and you are just alike. You know what I mean? So crying is fine, dude. And at the same time, when you're feeling that joy and that love and stuff like that, like, I'm sure that you've won a game, like sometime in your life, soccer or something, y'all have won a game and y'all just like super excited. I bet you were the most excited person on the field. I'll put money on it that you were. I bet you were like, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, against Venus.
Yep. See what I'm talking about?
Because I had the most points in that game too.
So go ahead and know that you can live through your heart. Be excited when it's time to be excited, and whenever stuff don't go your way, just know that there's nothing wrong with getting emotional about it. But here's what I'll tell you: don't hold it in. Don't hold it in, because that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I mean? Because then you start worrying about stuff and you get in your head. Because you said it earlier, you get in your head. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and it's sometimes it's okay to get in your head, but other times it don't feel good, because then you feel like you're ignoring everything else. You know? So, Okay, I got another one. Another one is stimming. So do you know, have you ever heard what stimming is? Okay. So, but I already know you do it because you're in my class. So here's a form of stimming. Watch my knee. That's stimming. Okay. I've watched you bounce your leg before. I've watched you do it multiple times. Other forms of stimming, you might have noticed me do it earlier, because I know when I'm doing it, and I still do it because I don't care what people think about me, but I rock. I'll do like this. I'll just like do this, and I'll just do it for just a second, because it's the same thing as moving my knee, but I don't have to move like this. You know what I mean? Like my knee has to move that fast, but so a lot of times I'll just rock like this. And then like a lot of people don't even know, but that's what I'm doing. I'm stimming. I'm getting out these feelings, these nerves. Like I've got stuff going on inside me. I just need to get it out. And that's my way of getting it out.
When I work, I do it. Like when I'm like trying to finish something so fast, I go like, I write so fast, and then like I start doing something with my leg.
Yes. So do you have a fidget? Like, do you have something like that or anything you use in classes?
Yeah. Well, only your class, but I only use these.
Yeah. Probably. So here's like, and I'm already gonna do it. But I want to get your opinion. Do you think it would be cool to have a whole bunch of these in class, like just available, so then that way students can just go get them? I mean, like my only thing is that two things. Like I kind of want to have one for each student, so it's just theirs. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I just don't want to hand them out because then if students lose them and then they don't ever use them in class, I'd rather have them somewhere in my class that you just put it back at the end of the day, or you just get it whenever you want it. You know what I mean? Would that be cool? Like you just every student, not every student, but like students like you, would you appreciate having one of those to just mess with and stuff? Okay. So in your class, I think I'm going to have about 3 or 4 students that I'm going to offer them to, maybe more than that, because you already know the same ones we've already talked about in your class are the same ones that probably would benefit from having a fidget, you know, like Ashton. Ashton's all right. When he focuses, he can focus. But Damarian, you already know Damarian, Jasmine, Elsham, Cade, all of them like would probably love these. And I think that's cool because that's just something I can help provide. You know what I mean? So you think that'd be cool? Have these in class? Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it for y'all. I'm definitely gonna do it for y'all. So I'm gonna probably go. I've already got like probably this one right here, this little teddy bear with the ball inside of it. I've got probably 8 of these that are blind bags. So they're one of these characters. So I might do that. Like give some of y'all an option to say, you know, do you want the blind bag one or do you want the specific other one? You know, so out of all those, which one do you like the most?
I like the ice cube one. Cause like you squish it, you squish it, and then it like turns back to a square.
Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So like, if you want, I have, let me show you. Here's what I have. Okay. I've got, this is exactly like that other bubble one. Okay. This one is, I've never opened one of these, but it's a crystal one. I bet they're kind of like more like a rubber ball. I don't know. I've never opened it. We can open it. Let's open it. Because worst case, and you can just tear it. Worst case, I'll just make that somebody else's that I give to in class.
Just tape.
Yeah. So I've never opened that one before. I think it's called Jewel or something. Or Diamond or I don't know.
It's like a squishy. Oh, I like this one. It's more lighter. It's like
yeah. Let's try it out. I've got another one. Dude, I like these too. This is my new one. This is my new one because the bubble one, like that's the one that's over that bubble one. That's the one was my favorite. But dude, this is kind of cool. Oh, do you see what that is? That's ribbons, isn't it? Ribbons inside there.
Yeah, you can feel it too.
Yeah, like the little stiffness, kind of just of the feel of the ribbon. That's cool. Yeah. So you want that one?
Yeah. That's
okay. Cool. You just like you take that one home, and then I'll have one for you in the class too. Okay. I mean, maybe not that one, but I'll have a different one of these or whatever in the class. So I have So I have that one. You'll take that one. This is the bubble one. I have the blind bag ones. I have a few of these, and then I have a pig. So it's kind of like the yellow duck. I think that's in there. If the yellow duck is even in there, did I put it in there?
Everything's
no. I can't remember where I put the yellow duck. Anyways, I have a yellow duck that I use, and that one's my favorite. Besides the bubble one. But anyway, so I've got those. So I think I've got like probably I don't know. 15 of them or something like that. So I've got enough to kind of get some of the students started. So the only thing I got to think about now is where do I put them? You know, because I don't want all y'all just like, what I might do is get like a different bucket for each class, a different little bucket, and all y'all's put y'all's in there because none of y'all will have the same one. So there's no reason when someone's going to mess with yours.
So yeah. What I was thinking like we do it like, like we could like what I was thinking we could get it like you know how we do like when the test scores 1, 2, and 3. I think we can get it from them, but like we're gonna need our own.
Yeah, the points we might do that, but here, like I think I'm just gonna like lay them out and then call y'all one at a time and just say pick one. You know what I mean? Like and just give y'all one. Like I'm not worried about like y'all having to earn that. But here's the other thing: if I make it where it's a prize you can earn, that's a lot of money. Like, because like, say for instance, it would have to be somebody that got like 100 on a test because there wouldn't be that many. Because if I gave everybody with 3 points, one of these, this is like $5 a piece, $4 or $5 a piece. You know what I mean? That would cost way too much money. But I do want each one of y'all that would like one to have one. So I'd rather just have a whole bunch on the table, call y'all one at a time, and y'all tell me which one you want. And then we'll just keep that in class if that's cool. I don't know what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that. I'm all about it, man, because like I have different fidgets. I have this one that I carry with me all the time. Here, play with that one. So it's they're two. They twist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like that's just how it comes out.
Did I break it?
No.
Oh.
You're fine. It's just make sure that you like get it to line up right and it'll snap in or whatever. All right, then like spin them. Here, I'll show you. I'm sorry, I get anxious and stuff like that. So, all right, so it's like this. I like kind of twist my fingers like this, like I'm holding it. So it's like that.
I'm not sure.
It would take a little bit to get used to it.
I'm not sure if I have that kind of strength.
Yeah, no, it's a different kind of strength. Like it's being able to control something in each. Or you can do like, like that. Just hold it on both sides and twist it probably. I don't know.
I don't have that much strength.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So like I have this one that I use. This one is kind of like the one if I lose it, like if I'm going public and it falls into my pocket, I'm not going to be too mad about it because this one costs $10, right? And now $10 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But I have another one that I might have already showed y'all before that costs about $25. And that's the one that I love. But this one I take to Walmart with me. Like I'll put my AirPods in and I'll listen to music really, really low. So if I see you, like I can still hear you. If you say, Mr. Ennis, I'll be able to hear you still because I have them turned down really low. But I'll do that and then I'll have this in my pocket. So if I'm getting really overwhelmed, then I'll pull this out and I'll just walk like that. So people that are walking by me are like, what's that noise? But then I don't care. It's helping me calm down. It helps me with my ADHD. So anyways, I have that one. I have some different ones that are metal. I have like the ones that are in class, what are those things called that you pull apart and they go, like a xylophone type things, like snake type thing. I can't even do it. Like that or whatever. Man, what other fidgets are there? I don't like fidget spinners. They're not for me. They kind of got played out a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like famous in 2018.
Yeah. So fidgets are a great thing to have, right? Because bouncing your knee, me doing this, or you having something in your hand that is not making as much movement and noise and stuff like that is gonna help. So, but so like you don't like you have those in my class and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I want you to take that one, right? That one's gonna go home with you, so that way you can have that at home. And then I will go ahead and get like the ones for the class and stuff like that. So let me get your advice on what I should get, right? So let's just say I already know how many students I have, right? I have right at 60 students. Okay, I have right at 60 students. So let's just say I got one for each, which I don't plan on it because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, right? But like, because some students might not even need it. They might already have something, but I'm going to try to do all 60. All right. So, which ones do you think that students would prefer the most? Like, because I don't have any of the regular ones in there. Have you seen the regular ones? They look just like the mini ones. They look just like this, but they're about 3 times bigger than this. So just imagine that.
Oh, I've seen it in they're like more harder to squish.
Yeah. So out of all of the ones, which ones do you think are going to be people's favorites?
These ones, like the bigger ones.
The bigger ones, the basic ones.
And then all of these.
Basic, Nito, and then all of these. The bubble ones.
Yeah.
And then that jewel one too, you think? The one that you have? The bubble and the jewel?
Probably a Pop-It.
Yeah, I got some of those already. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through and look and try to find, because right now Spencer's, the store Spencer's, it's got all the novelty gifts in it in the mall and stuff like that. They have t-shirts. Anyways, Spencer's, they have a sale right now. It's buy one at full price and you get one for $1. So it's a lot cheaper than Walmart and stuff like that. So I like going to Spencer's and buying all the ones that they have. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get all those for the class. All right, man. So anything else you want to talk about?
Wait, are we gonna go this semester, change semester? Are we gonna go to Miss Rodriguez, or are we gonna stay in yours?
No, stay in mine. Oh. Why? Do you want to go Miss Rodriguez?
No, that's because you know how we switched classes to For
Yeah.
electives?
Yeah.
So I thought we switched like to other, like Miss Madness to Hamilton,
Yeah.
Pendleton, Monson. I thought it goes like that.
Nah, nothing's gonna change other than one of your electives might change or something like that. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. But as far as math and English, all that's the same way the rest of the year. So no, you're with me. And here's the thing: you wouldn't have hurt my feelings if you would have said that you wanted to go to Miss Rodriguez, because here's the thing: she's an amazing woman. Like, I love her to death. Like, she's an amazing teaching partner, and I think that she cares just as much about the students as I do, if not more. So I think that would have been great. But no, you don't have to worry about that. You're still with me. Are you worried about anything, like as far as any kind of tests or any kind of passing or anything like that? No. I mean, you're fine in my class. I have no issues or nothing like that. But just know that, like, man, like, if you ever do need help with stuff, then the teacher. I personally think the teachers are really good at the junior high. Like, I mean, there's going to be ones that are like, that you might like more than others, but let them know. And then if you ever need anything at all from a teacher, from somebody, then come to me. Like, you feel comfortable coming to me?
Yeah.
If you don't, that's fine. But hey, just know that you can, and it doesn't have to be in class and stuff like that. Just send me an email and say, hey, can I talk to you sometime? So that way I'm not just like pulling you aside in class and it feels weird or whatever, right? So just know that you can do that. Cool? Nothing else? Not really.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll end it here.
All right.
Cool. Knuckles, or how we...
Ready, set, go bananas.